At first, I entered this prompt for my thumbnail. Cartoon character named Tom, from Tom and Jerry cartoon, is holding a banner that reads, "Dall-E 3 is here." The results were excellent, and for 2 of the 4 outputs, it had entered the text correctly. But somehow it had also entered the character Wall-E in 2 of the images. Then I put the movie character Wall-E is holding a banner that reads, "Dall-E 3 is here." Except for minor errors, all 4 results were amazing. Hi, I'm Danny. Dall-E 3 is here and we finally have access to it. Dall-E 3 is available to everyone completely for free. To get access, you should go to bing.com/create and log into your Microsoft account. They provide you with 100 credits. To create images more quickly using boosts, the process is quite straightforward. Much like any other AI art generator, if you're new to this, all you need is a brief text description of what you want to see. First, I want to show a quick comparison between Dall-E 2 and 3. An astronaut riding a horse in photorealistic style. This is the Dall-E 2 output. I copied exactly the same prompt to use in Dall-E 3 to compare the results. As you can see, the Dall-E 2 result isn't even close to this output. Let's try another one. Teddy bears working on new AI research on the moon in the 1980s. I just copied the prompt and pasted it here to create. The quality and details are very good. But I can't see any 80s elements. It followed the first part of the prompt, while ignoring the last part. Now I'll copy this prompt and paste it here. Wow, that's perfect. The texture and details are amazing. I also like the cartoon style of the second one. A raccoon playing tennis at Wimbledon in the 1990s. That's cute. All 4 results are excellent. The raccoon was generated with a more natural look, and the background shows the stadium. With 90s themes, it somewhat followed the 90s themed prompt. Not bad. Let's try another prompt. A Raphael painting of a Madonna and child eating pizza. It gives me a content warning. It seems to have a problem generating celebrity faces. Let's try another one. An Italian town made of pasta, tomatoes, basil, and parmesan. Amazing. Look at those details. It completely followed the prompt and is obviously much better than our source image. Medieval painting of the Wi-Fi not working. This one is funny. Much more clarity and better than the Dall-E 2 medieval painting. Let's see how an ancient Egyptian argument over whose turn it is to take out the trash is depicted. Again, we can see more clarity and detail. Spider-Man from ancient Rome. I didn't give it any details and it did a pretty good job. All 4 results are amazing. Now it's time to compare Dall-E 3 with MidJourney. But first, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I set the MidJourney filter to only show version 5.2 outputs. I searched to find some good image prompts to test in Dall-E 3. I want to try this one. I like its complexity and elegance. Futurist image illustration of a woman with metal on her head in the intricately sculpted style. Amazing, it did the job well and in great detail. But it didn't follow the prompt. There should be an image of a woman with metal on her head, which we don't see, and it should be a sculpture style, but it's more like a papercut style. And it didn't use the bright indigo mentioned. But look at the amazing details on the face. This one has the whole body depicted with high detail. I want to try this realistic photo prompt. A woman leaning in her car on the street. In the style of luminous portraits, charming anime characters, photorealistic techniques. The results are in a completely different style. But looking at the prompt, it says a woman leaning in her car on the street. Anime characters. Photorealistic, so it followed the prompt. But in the MidJourney image, we barely see the car and she isn't an anime girl. Now I'll test this architectural image prompt. Luxury home decor. In the style of streetscape, light brown and black, contemporary glass, timber frame construction. I think both are good. But Dall-E 3 followed the prompt more closely. I chose this comic book style prompt. Pages of various scenes from the comic book Stumbled Souls. Detailed architecture paintings, light black and brown, rustic charm, narrative paneling. Vibrant urban scenes. Pages from a comic book showing images of a village in the style of urban decay. Good results, but it cut off the edge of the image. I prefer the MidJourney version here. Let me find another image to try. I'll copy the prompt, photo, hyper-maximalist, wide field of view. Bright saturated colors. In this prompt, I didn't specify any details. Just important keywords like hyper-maximalist, wide field of view, and bright saturated colors. I think both followed the prompt correctly, and these last two images are better than the first two. I found this image in a children's storybook style. The prompt is a little red-haired witch wearing a witch hat and holding a broomstick in her left hand. Is walking along an old paving stone alley together with her colorful parrot flying next to her. Left and right are cute skewed witches' cottages. It's a full moon starry night with a street sign. I like the MidJourney result. But according to the prompt, there should be a red-haired witch holding a broomstick in her left hand with her colorful parrot flying next to her. None of that is shown. The MidJourney style is darker, but the prompt said cute witches' cottages, so it should be a cute style, not dark. And it's missing the street sign with the desired text. Let's try this Joker image. The prompt is, create a toy Joker Nolan style, evil. In the style of Takashi Murakami, cinematic lighting. Sharp focus, it's okay, not bad, but comparing them, I like the MidJourney version more. Beautiful landscape in the mountains, camping. On the edge of the lake, late at night, starry sky, ultra realistic. At first glance, you can see these aren't ultra realistic and have a bit of a painted style looking at the MidJourney version. It also isn't completely ultra realistic, but overall not bad. Neanderthal cartoon in the style of Bugs Bunny looking from side to side. The first one is best. It keeps the ears and is in a 2D cartoon style. But the MidJourney one is 3D. However, it has a Bugs Bunny vibe even though it depicts a human. Young man, black hair, deep brown eyes, freckles. Wearing a black and silver Viking tunic and pants. In the style of Disney animation and inspired by Disney Frozen and How to Train Your Dragon. I think all the results are acceptable. They follow the prompt and have good quality. Let's try generating different styles with Dall-E 3 and see how it handles them. But first, I want to answer a question. Is it free to use and sell Dall-E 3 images? According to their official website, as with Dall-E 2, the images you create with Dall-E 3 are yours to use, and you don't need their permission to reprint, sell or merchandise them. On this page, I found two interesting prompts created with Dall-E 3. One shows Iron Man holding a banner that says follow me on X. I changed Iron Man to Batman with an Arkham City background. The text isn't perfect, but I think it gave decent results. Next, I'll try this prompt. But replace one Thanos with Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, Thanos arm wrestling an alternate Thanos. Cosmic energy radiating from their clash, gauntleted fists locked in an epic showdown. Nice images in the same style as my source prompt. But none include Shao Kahn. I shortened the prompt to see what happens. Again, the same result without Shao Kahn. I tried generating celebrity faces, but got this error. It looks like they block any prompt related to celebrities. Create a stunning, realistic photograph of a serene lakeside scene at sunset. Capture the shimmering water, the reflection of trees, and the soft, warm hues of the sky. I'm testing landscape images here. The results are good, but it's easy to see these aren't realistic photographs. Generate a lifelike portrait of a beautiful blonde girl with striking blue eyes. Focus on her delicate features, expressive gaze, and natural beauty in a well-lit studio setting. Now I'll test portraits and compare to the landscape images. These are much more realistic, though the texture still isn't completely real. Generate an anime scene reminiscent of the classic 80s or 90s style. Picture a charming small-town setting, complete with retro fashion, neon signs, and a group of friends embarking on a nostalgic adventure. Well, it's a very good result, but I don't think it captures the 80s or 90s style. Dall-E 3 tried to give me 90s elements like the cars and clothes, while the overall design style should belong to those decades. Generate an anime scene inspired by the supernatural world of Yu Yu Hakusho. Depict the determined detective with a spirit detective badge, facing off against menacing demons in a dynamic battle. Capture the essence of both the human and spirit realms colliding in this action-packed scene. This time I gave it the name of a classic anime, and the result is amazing. Generate an anime scene inspired by Demon Slayer. Envision a breathtaking tableau featuring Tanjiro, the determined demon slayer, wielding his sword and facing off against a formidable demon. I asked for the famous anime Demon Slayer. The first and last outputs are better, except for the sword error in the last image generated. I want to quickly show you the results of this prompt. Ultra-detailed illustration of Goku. Key aura surrounding his body, blue hair, manga, anime, cartoonish vector style. I think the outputs are excellent. Generate an image with a cyberpunk atmosphere, focusing on a lone human figure navigating a dystopian cityscape adorned with vibrant neon signs and towering skyscrapers. Well, I can only say I'm very happy with the result here. It did a great job. Let's try another cyberpunk prompt. A cyberpunk on a fast motorcycle with fat wheels on fire. It gave me two images and both are amazing. Punk transparent rainbow cyborg. Wonderful. Really one of the best results I've gotten today from Dall-E. Look at those details and colors. All the images are fantastic. Cool shading, 90s anime. Film grain. In the result we can see the dot stippling texture that I asked for in my prompt. And overall it's a good 90s anime style output. Graffiti art style. Ultra-realistic street wall with dynamic graffiti text that reads Danny. This time, I wanted to test the graffiti art style. The first and last images generated feature graffiti on the wall, but the others seem to be just a few colors splashed in the air. Furthermore, the text I requested isn't written correctly. I'd like to try another graffiti art style prompt. Banksy-style street art. A gritty urban wall adorned with ultra-realistic graffiti text reading Danny in the second. And almost in the third image, the text is written correctly. And the generated results are amazing. Let's see how good it is at making logos. Generate an imaginative logo by merging the iconic logos of Apple and Nike, crafting a distinctive and visually captivating composition that reflects the essence of both renowned brands. I think it did the job very well, integrating and creating a distinctive combo that reflects the core of both famous brands. Now, I wanted to make printable t-shirt designs, design captivating, unique blends of nature and technology, merge the beauty of the natural world with futuristic elements. Artwork suitable for various merchandise, except for the first one. The rest of the designs are great, especially the third design. Though unfortunately the image is cropped. Design a coffee-loving dog with a joyful expression, holding a steaming cup of coffee in one paw, and a heart-shaped coffee bean in the other. The background should be solid white, and the design should be print-ready for use on t-shirts, except that the designs were cut off again. It generated the designs very well. Vector t-shirt art ready to print. Colorful illustration. Zombie on a skateboard. Halloween theme. Red full moon. I love them all. I should have tweaked the prompt so it only outputs the design without the t-shirt mockup. The last design I want to test is the tattoo. This time I'll use a simple, short prompt. Tattoo on the back, skull, hourglass, watch. Black and red. It can even generate great images from a short prompt. I'm happy with these results. Is it time to cancel your MidJourney subscription? To answer this, we must consider that this is not the final version of Dall-E 3. We're using a preview version right now, and according to their website, Dall-E 3 will be available to ChatGPT Plus and enterprise customers in early October. So by the time you're watching this video, you might already have access to it. The integration of ChatGPT with Dall-E 3 adds power to text-to-image generation. That gives it a huge advantage over competitors. As they describe, when prompted with an idea, ChatGPT will automatically generate tailored, detailed prompts for Dall-E 3 that bring your idea to life. If you like a particular image, but it's not quite right, you can ask ChatGPT to tweak it with just a few words. Yes, Dall-E 3 lacks some basic settings, like aspect ratio adjustment and other cool features that MidJourney has. But I don't think that will be a big issue for long. Overall, my answer right now is obviously no. Don't cancel MidJourney yet. That's all for now. If you want to know how to speak any language with your own voice using AI video translator, or how to create AI song covers, make sure not to miss those videos.